During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands.
Now and was the scene Sesame Street Fighter here once again with now my sixth series of the nomadic challenges. This one is the latest one for the enhanced version of Conan Exiles, and I call it the R.E.H challenge, the Riva Expert Hardcore Challenge. It's the same as the nomadic challenge that I had before, the BNPC, but now there's absolutely no crafting, no handcrafting, there's no campfire, there's no throw, you're solo, and as the river would suggest, you take everything you need to survive and you're trying to escape the exile lands. That being said, you see me here on an excellent strategy that we found on Siptah, where you could find an early weapon. I got a really good weapon. I like axes, and that's in the Flame of the East. It's an excellent way to start. At least you have something to fight with. And I decided to listen to a lot of the community, Anger's community, as well as Granny Gamesters community, which I'm a member of both communities. And I see some of their strategies. So this one goes out to shout out to Sheriff Mr. Siptah. He was the one who advised that we stay on Siptah and we, get things like chests. This one is the Flame in the South, and most of these lighthouses would have a chest. Now, for a river, every chest is very important. I've seen on Granny's channel as well as the community. Shout out to Amika for bringing to attention storage crates, and in a few of my videos before, training videos and testing videos, you could get a lot of good stuff on Siptah. So here I am on the wreck of the Seagull. Again, shout out to Sheriff, who really loves this place. You could get potions from humans, and it's an excellent place to start. The enemies are not particularly difficult, though I fought them in the dark. And you, as with all challenges, you have to be vigilant, because that's why I stress this on every single series. If you don't watch what you're doing, you're gonna die, and once you die, you have to start over. So always keep your eye on your health, because even in the dark, a stray arrow could take you down to almost nothing in a matter of seconds, especially in the first few levels. So you have to be extra vigilant. So here I was being very cautious, which you would see me do, because one never knows sometimes where the attack is coming from. So I would be very cautious here and enjoy. Watch my hotbar now is at the bottom of the screen, and that's due to me being able to see. And there you go, there's the arrow, and look, half my health is going from 200 health to 69 health. That's not so nice, right? So yeah, I use the holiday boat there to block any attacks, and I'm being extra cautious. Forgive me for my graphics. I was having a lot of problems on Linux. Every time the game updates, you have to buffer, get your drivers to buffer and sort it out. I was getting some issues, so I have it on medium settings, so it's not as high quality as it could be, but all that will be rectified. Here I'm just starting off, testing the waters as they say, and yeah, getting some healing items, very important at all stages of this challenge, and throwing away unnecessary stuff, because really and truly, once you get steel or iron, you really don't need any stone weapons. So yeah, throwing away stuff so that I could be light on my feet, because the more you have encumbrance, the less you're able to dodge, and if you can't dodge, you die. Simple as that. That's why I would go with a grit build to start with. And yeah, so this is me, starting my latest series. This might be my last series in the whole series. I've done series since 2021. When I now started, I was the one who first recorded a challenge like this, nomadic barbaric challenge, permanent challenge. And yeah, now it's the river challenge. I invite everybody to try it. The E in R.E.H means expert, so all the veterans, try the R.E.H challenge. It's a tribute to Robert E. Howard, R.E.H, but it's also to show that, unlike the Conan of this game, we don't stay in taverns. We actually move like Conan the Cimmerian, and we actually go out on adventure. The written word at the start of this video is my inspiration for these challenges. I was pretty bored with the building. This game has a lot to look at, and when you sit down at home in your mansion, what are you really doing? You're not living, you're just existing. This is a survival game with many enemies that I like to test myself against, and I hope you all do too, and have no fear. Go forth and slay, and yeah, enjoy yourself. This kind of playstyle is just so freeing. You drop stuff you don't need, you generally keep the stuff that you need, and you are light on your feet. It's a wonderful way to play. You don't have to deal with all the minutiae of crafting, of upgrading buildings, of other people like that stuff. Fix up. It's a sandbox. Play the way you wanna play. But again, this is the way I like to play, and a lot of people also like to play this way. I've seen at least 5 YouTubers try it. Shout out to Granny Gamester. She and I have been playing this game together for a while. I was on her server, she was on our server as well, and she's such a great community leader. Also Anga, his community, I generally stay there. He tried my nomadic challenge as well, and because of those two, I'm getting a lot more views. Thank you very much for the support, all the questions you'll have. If you start up your own R.E.H challenge, believe you me, once you use the word R.E.H or nomadic, I'll probably comment on your video, because this playstyle is really fun for me to watch, and it's quite riveting. So yeah, I'm so glad other people trying this style, and sit back and enjoy. I tend to in my series, I tend to brutally edit. Just like I chop off heads, I chop off excess time. I try not to go beyond 30 minutes, though it happens. At one time I used to only go up to 10 minutes per video, and those did well because WAP, people don't have the attention. But I mean, come on, when you get some good action parts like this, it really, it's visceral, it's interesting, keeps the attention up. Yeah, so like this, I'm getting a lot of head fatalities on the axe. Yeah, this is good stuff. You don't really see that in other games too much, eh? So yeah, continue on Siptah. It's pretty much a really great start, and it has some really cool loot, such as, you know, the Flotsam crates. They have crates that you can get for storage, but the Flotsam crates has, is really such a great thing to find, and I tend to get lucky on the crates. So anyway, that, yeah, I also had to be a little careful because there are people with you know okay, that fatality was delayed. My system needs to buffer a bit. Yeah, that was a sorcerer, so they have the dangerous daggers that can kill you pretty fast at this level. And I'm getting a lot of good stuff, almost a full outfit. Lots of food, bandages, potions. I got arrows. Look how many arrows I got. It's a great place to start. But really and truly, I come here for the Flotsam chests or crates. Those crates, in my testing videos, I've been getting the grave digger, and that's just worth to me. It's weight in gold. You don't need gold as a nomad or a river, but definitely the kind of things you can get in the Flotsam crates are well worth this trip. So yeah, I come here to see what's up, and yeah, 2 crates dead ahead. Sometimes you get 3. I wonder if I will get the grave digger this rounds. I tend to get it a lot more than other people. Really, before enhance, I never really used to run down crates. Now I should totally change my mind. And let's see. I'm pretty excited here to see what I got. Would I get the grave digger? I'm a spare user, so the grave digger, besides being a shovel, it is a spare, and it's a purple spare or epic spare. So what did I get? I got some purple stone, but that's not what I'm looking for. I get, boom, a purple table, like 50 plus damage. I love it. Laters.